Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich, and welcome to another Witchy Wednesday. This week, I am actually doing this in my place of work. I wanted to get this done ahead of time because, um, yeah, I have a lot of things going on this week that I need to do during the nighttime. So, might be a little while before we see the witchy room. Well, actually, you'll see it tomorrow in our table talk video, so you'll see it then. But anyway, this week I wanted to talk about synthetics versus natural oils and herbs and whatnot. And the reason I want to talk about that is because of something that came up in our Witchy Book Club series. If you are not following the Witchy Book Club series, we are going through the Inner Temple of Witchcraft. And as of right now, looks like we're going through the Outer Temple of Witchcraft, but we'll see how many votes it gets. I will go by the votes. I will not do executive decisions and whatnot. And yeah. Anyway, I thought I had something on my nose there. Doesn't matter. Where was I? Oh, before I get any further into this, go on down and leave a comment if you agree or disagree with me on this topic. If you agree, great. If you disagree, great. If you're just indifferent to this, then great. But I'd really like to have a discussion about this. And a lot of times those discussions are in the comment section down below. It's a nice little way of bringing the community together and whatnot. So anyway, while you're down there, hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Hit the thumbs down button if you don't like this video. But you know, either way, it appeases the algorithmic gods of YouTube. All hail the algorithmic gods of YouTube. And hit that subscribe button if you have not already been subscribed to me. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Like I said, this does come from the Inner Temple of Witchcraft by Christo-Pagan. And it is on page 175. This is lesson 5. What is this? Chapter 9, I believe it is. And he states, look to use natural incense products in your work because they carry a higher energy. Synthetics might smell as nice, but they do not hold the same magic. Charge incense for protection before using it. If you dislike smoke, essential oils of the same type can be used. Anoint your candle or wrists with them. Find what works for you. Okay, I have issues with this. One of my main issues is that there are herbs, oils, resins, and whatnot that are outrageously expensive, and trying to utilize oils, herbs, resins, and all the above, trying to use those in a witchy practice can get quite expensive and daunting on somebody that's just starting out. You end up feeling like you have to use the most authentic, most down to earth and whatnot, most broken down to its basic natural components. However, if you're going to be charging your incense anyway, and you're putting your intentions into an herb anyway, that is just as effective as a synthetic that has your intention and whatnot in it. As far as making something as simple as holy oil, you can make holy oil very simply by reciting Psalm 23, I believe it is, into a container of oil. You can easily make holy oil. There are different types that you can make and whatnot. It won't smell the greatest. Usually use like olive oil or something like that. Won't smell the greatest, won't be the most fantastic thing in the world. However, it will get the job done. Now, you can use synthetic oils and whatnot and have that same intention behind it. It's still an oil. It's just not, it's something that's man-made rather than something that comes naturally from the earth. The other caveat to this is that some of the herbs used to make these oils, or some of the herbs and resins out there, are endangered. Things such as frankincense has a very high endangered rating. Last time I looked, at least. I don't know if it's gotten any better. But and I still have frankincense and whatnot, and I don't intend to buy any more or buy it as much in the future until this is actually rectified, until we are no longer taking the tree, the plant that is utilized to get these resins, to get the sap and whatnot, until we get to the point where we are no longer devastating an entire grove of these trees in order to just get the resin from them. If we can find a way to sustainably do this without injuring the tree to the point where it dies, I'm all for that. I do like frankincense. It's one of the best resins out there, and it's been used for thousands and thousands of years throughout multiple religions and whatnot. So I would really like to have that. However, if I cannot say that it comes from an ethically sourced area or in an ethically sourced way, I don't want to have it. At least not past what I've already accumulated. I do have, I think, a couple pounds of it in a bag from Mountain Rose Herbs, and I do believe Mountain Rose Herbs is usually pretty good about telling you where everything was sourced from, so you can also look on their website for that. I do believe they're usually pretty good about it. So if I was using frankincense oil on a regular basis for my practice, I would start going synthetic. I would be okay with that because I know that the product that I'm getting is, even though it's man-made, it's still more ethically done than killing a tree just to get the resin to make the oil. I would be okay with that. And that would be a way of trying to mitigate the destruction of this plant. So yeah, I think having the synthetic would just be as good, if not better, depending on the effects of how that is produced. Please ignore the computer. It is the creepiest voice in the world. I hate working with it, but anyway, getting back to the topic. Where was I going with this? I can't remember now. I got distracted by creepy voice. Oh, as far as it holding the magic and whatnot, that it doesn't hold the same magic, I will disagree with Christopher Penzak over this. I think that it will hold the energy that you put into it. Frankincense in and of itself is a powerful incense in and of itself, and I will give him that. However, if I were to have a synthetic that is, let's say, 0 energy and frankincense is at a positive 30 energy, let's just give it some numbers here, make it easy on ourselves. If I can put positive 30 points of energy into this frankincense oil that is synthetic, then it's carrying that same energy. If you have frankincense oil and you don't think it's powerful enough and whatnot, you can put maybe a little speck of actual frankincense in there, and that will help transfer power to the oil itself, maybe make it a little bit more robust and powerful. If that is something that calls to you. To me, whenever it comes to incense and herbs, it is more about the smell and the mindset that it gets me into that raises my vibration to get to that point of casting. So basically, if I need to get to a positive 30 energy point in myself, again, using arbitrary numbers to make it easier on ourselves, if I need to get to that positive 30, I would put on some frankincense onto a little charcoal, burn it, smell it, feel uplifted and rejuvenated. That it did not necessarily do that to me. However, it helped me. It helped as an assistant to get me to that positive 30 vibration points. Again, arbitrary numbers, however you want to look at it. So whenever it comes to herbs and oils and incense, especially oils and incense, usually whenever we're talking herbs, we're also talking incense, because I would not suggest eating certain herbs. Absolutely not. I'm not a medical professional. I cannot tell you what will or will not kill you. I can only tell you what I read, and I pass that along, and along with a little caveat of, I'm not a medical professional. Look this stuff up yourself too. So to me, whenever you're talking herbs and incense, it's about getting me to that point where I'm at that positive 30 energy level, that I raise my vibrations up to the level, or raise the energy around me to that level where I am good to cast. And again, you're going to hear the creepiest voice in the world right there. Yep. So it's more about that assistance than it is actually about what it does in and of itself. In and of itself, it sits there and does nothing. Whenever I burn it and it fills me with that boosting energy, or gives me that that enlightenment feeling, or lightened feeling, I don't know how to describe it. The lifting up, the boost that it gives me. Once it gives me that, I'm to that point. I can, and you can as well, get to that point without burning incense or anything at all. You can achieve this through meditation. If you've ever smelled frankincense before, you can sit in meditation and recall those senses and get to that point again and again every day of the week. So you don't need herbs and incense and oils to get you to that point. It is just a way of lifting yourself up to that vibrational point in order to cast. So yeah, I think that's all that I had to say about that. Does it help in spellcraft, herbs and incense and oils and whatnot? Absolutely. 100% yes. Is your practice going to be devastated if you don't have those things? Not at all. You can do this all without any of it. And that's what I like about magic and spellcraft and witchcraft in and of itself. You don't need any tools, any herbs, any incense at all, ever. If you want to use them, and that's what helps you get there, just like, a wand, not a wand, but, a wand is used for directing energy. Can you do just as much with your hand or with your finger or something like that? Absolutely. Does a wand help give you that mindset of directing energy? Absolutely. Am I going to discredit it? No, because it is a reminder, a physical reminder, and with herbs and incense and oils, it is a mechanism with your senses. It engages your sense of smell, your sense of a feeling, your tactile senses and whatnot. It can engage your sight and your the sight and sound of it burning and seeing the smoke and whatnot. It engages those senses. Sometimes you can taste it on your mouth with the smoke and the smell and whatnot. You can engage all of your senses. You can do this through meditation. Keep that in mind. Just like with a wand, it is a physical part for something that is totally able to be done energetically with what you have here. So anyway, if you agree or disagree, like I said, leave a comment down in my nether regions. Tomorrow will be Table Talk Thursday, so go ahead and join me then. And on Saturday, we are back into the Inner Temple of Witchcraft. We are doing Chapter 10, and as you can see here, I'm already starting to do my studies for Chapter 10 as well. So, and then we have Christo-Paganism Sunday, where I am answering some questions posed from last week's Christo-Paganism Sunday. So join me then. And until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.